Hi, everyone, and welcome to another round of Cloud Adventures. I'm Thomas, Senior Account Manager at AWS, and I'm joined by also Thomas, CTO of Omega Coders. So, Thomas, can you briefly introduce yourself and explain what Omega Coders does?
Yes, hi. So I'm Thomas. I'm the CTO of Omega Coders, and Omega Coders is basically a web development agency. That means that we create web and mobile applications for external customers. This can either be like creating applications from A to Z, so the design phase, implementation phase, creating features, maintaining the application, or it could just be like helping teams refactoring their code or making the move to AWS or whatever is next, basically.
All right, thanks for that. One of your customers has been developing a web-based social interaction service. Could you explain to me what are successful drivers for a project like that?
I would have to say that's user experience. But when I'm talking about UX, I'm not just talking about how the website looks like or how are the features close enough to whatever the user needs. I'm also talking about things like performance and reliability. If your website is running too slow or whenever the user clicks and the interaction is not going through, then people will just leave. They will stop using your application and it will go somewhere else. Same at downtime. If your website is down too often or on moments when a user really needs your application, they'll go to somewhere else. I mean, it's a highly competitive market. There are plenty of websites out there that have similar features, similar use cases, and then people will just go to somewhere else.
And so, how have you been able to keep innovating and improving the service together with AWS? And what are the business results?
AWS gives us the ability to focus on what we think is important as a company. At Omega Coders, we didn't want to focus on managing servers or patching whatever we needed to patch. With all the managed services AWS launched and by moving everything to serverless for our customers, we actually freed up a lot of time from our development team. In return, these development teams can now focus on their specific code, on their specific features. They no longer have to worry about where is this going to run, how is this going to be maintained. They can just code something, build it, and basically ship it. At the same time, all the new stuff AWS is launching is helping us to proactively suggest things to our customers. So instead of customers coming to us and saying things like, hey, we want to process this data super fast, we can come to them and say things like, hey, this just recently launched, and we think this could help you achieve this goal or this goal or this goal. The end result at Omega Coders, I would like our customers to see us as partners and no longer as a supplier.
Could you give us some examples? Or could you give us an example?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the past, when a new website needed to be launched, they basically had to create a Jira ticket, and somebody actually had to set up the servers and make sure everything is installed, making sure everything is pre-scaled to certain expected traffic amounts that are out there. Currently, we can now set up a completely new website, infrastructure-wise, by using AWS managed services in less than an hour. Everything is just there. We no longer have to worry about, is it scaled to the correct heights? Is it too high, too low? It all goes automatically. And the benefits of this is that our end customer only pays for what they are consuming and no longer for highly provisioned servers that they may or may not use for a certain amount of time.
So, what's next for Omega Coders?
We recently became an AWS Select Tier partner, and we hope to continue on that path. We really believe that by showcasing that we are a system integrator that's capable and has the expertise to help potential customers will help them to make the decision to see us as an integration partner for their potential applications. On the other hand, we're also looking into machine learning. One of the example use cases we're working on is using machine learning for fraud detection. That would help our customer detect fraud before it actually happens and save them time and money in the end.
Very interesting. And I'm really looking forward to see how you and Omega Coders will be progressing in the future. If you're interested in learning more about Omega Coders or what they're doing on the technical side, please stay tuned for the technical interview by my colleagues Sarah and Thomas.